Hi, Taehyung Lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel around the world. Hold on, don't skip these 3 seconds. Because what you're about to hear is not just a list of handsome men. This is global data that has quietly sparked heated debates and made one name shake the world once again. April 2026 recorded a phenomenon that was almost invisible in major media headlines, yet its impact was felt across international fandoms. A list of the top 10 most handsome men in the world global version emerged, not as a simple voting result, but as a combination of science, psychology, and facial analysis based on the golden ratio. And surprisingly, the results didn't just impress, they triggered controversy that split netizens into opposing sides. Big names like Zayn Malik, David Beckham, and Eun-woo made it onto the list. Even Jeon Jungkook, the golden magne, secured a top position. But all of them seemed to fade into the background as one name stood at the peak, once again proving his dominance. Kim Taehyung. Why did this happen? Why are aesthetic experts studying his face so seriously? And the most intriguing question is this truly pure science, or is there another force behind it? So don't stop here, because the deeper we go, the more you'll discover things you've never realized before. And as always, if this opened your eyes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Share this video so the world continues to see the extraordinary side of Kim Taehyung that may not have been fully understood until now. April 2026 marked a phenomenon that nearly escaped mainstream attention, yet quietly shook global conversations. Amid the dominance of political, economic, and international conflict news, a list emerged that touched the most universal aspect of humanity: the perception of beauty. The top 10 most handsome men in the world, global version, is not merely visual entertainment, but convergence of science, culture, and the power of public opinion. It combines voting data from multiple countries, golden ratio-based facial analysis, and the unstoppable influence of social media combination that makes the results feel objective, yet still controversial. Media outlets like TC Candler, People Magazine, and Forbes have spent years building credibility in ranking the most attractive faces in the world. But in April 2026, the approach became far more complex. Facial aesthetics experts, plastic surgeons, and visual psychology researchers were involved in measuring facial ratios, feature harmony, and how expressions influence perceived attractiveness. The result is not just a list of names, but a portrait of evolving modern male beauty standards. At number 10, Omar Borkin Al-Gala represents authentic Middle Eastern charm. Born on September 23, 1989, in Iraq, he gained global attention for his viral appeal as one of the most attractive men in the world. His strong jawline, defined nose, and deep eyes create a mysterious aura. Experts note that the contrast between his sharp facial structure and soft expression is the key to his appeal. At number 9 is Zayn Malik. Born January 12, 1993, in England, he carries a bad boy charm that is hard to explain yet easy to feel. His symmetrical face, sharp gaze, and ever-evolving style make him a global icon. Many surveys describe him as having visual unpredictability, a form of attractiveness that never feels repetitive. At number 8, David Beckham. Born May 2nd, 1975, proves that age does not erase attractiveness. Instead, he represents the image of a mature man with an elegant lifestyle. His face remains proportional, with sharper lines over time. Many aesthetic doctors describe him as the perfect example of aging gracefully. At number 7, Timothée Chalamet, born December 27, 1995, introduces a new definition of beauty: softer, more artistic, and far from conventional masculinity. His high cheekbones, slim jawline, and emotional expression make him a favorite among younger generations. Experts call his face non-aggressive beauty, attractive without being intimidating. At number 6, Henry Cavill, born May 5, 1983, represents classic masculinity. His face closely approaches golden ratio proportions, with perfect balance between forehead, nose, and chin. In many aesthetic studies, his face is often used as a reference for the ideal male face structure. At number 5, Chris Hemsworth, born August 11, 1983, combines physical strength with emotional warmth. His smile is one of the strongest factors enhancing his attractiveness. Research shows that a friendly facial expression can increase attractiveness by up to 30%, and Hemsworth is living proof of that theory. At number 4, Eun-woo, born March 30th, 1997, is often called a man with a perfect face. His facial proportions are extremely close to the golden ratio, with near-flawless symmetry. Many doctors in South Korea even use his face as a standard in plastic surgery consultations. At number 3, Kim Taehyung, born November 8, 1989, brings a strong and dominant masculine aura. His face balances strength with intense sex appeal. He is especially popular in Europe and the Middle East due to his natural and unforced charisma. At number 2, Jungkook, born September 1st, 1997, in South Korea, is a global phenomenon known as the Golden Magne. He is not only talented in music and performance, but also possesses highly harmonious facial features. Many international surveys show that Jungkook has cross-cultural appeal loved in Asia, Europe, and America alike. And at the top of the list, the most controversial yet widely agreed position. Number 1, Kim Taehyung, born December 30th, 1995, in Daegu, South Korea. He is not just an idol, but a global visual phenomenon. His face is often described as perfect imperfection, flawless yet uniquely distinctive. Deep eyes, a proportional nose, and strong facial lines create a harmony that is difficult to replicate. What sets him apart is how aesthetic experts study his face seriously. Some studies even suggest that his facial ratios approach 100% in certain golden ratio parameters. The world does not just admire him, it tries to understand why his face is so captivating. And perhaps that is his true power. Not only being visually beautiful, but also evoking a sense of awe that is hard to explain. In the end, this list is not just about who is the most handsome. It reflects how the world perceives beauty in the modern era, where science meets emotion and data meets an undefined sense of attraction. These 10 men are not just faces, but symbols of how global standards continue to evolve, transform, and sometimes surprise the world. And at this point, we are no longer just talking about handsome faces. April 2026 has proven one thing. Global standards can change in an instant, and one name can dominate everything. From global data, golden ratio analysis, to public opinion, everything points to one undeniable center of attention, Kim Taehyung. But the question now is this truly the end of the debate, or just the beginning of something much bigger? Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you don't like it, feel free to skip. Taehyung Lovers never forces anyone. Now it's your turn. Is this list fair? Or is there another name that deserves the top spot? Write in the comments, because your opinion could become part of the next story. Stay tuned for the latest updates only on Taehyung Lovers. That concludes our meeting. Stay safe and see you next time.